Hey YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Well, we're out on the trail at our favorite resting spot.
I made it this time. Woohoo!
Karen's second ride, I don't know, third or fourth ride.
It's only the second this year.
Yeah. No, for me it's more than that.
Oh,
Yeah, so we're out on the treks. I do have the electrics finally out of the camper, but I haven't charged them up for the year because I won't do it until I know I'm going to ride it. Yeah. We had to get them out of the camper because I have some electrical work to do in the camper, which I said last video.
which he was gonna do a long time ago.
It's just a pain in the butt to get everything tore apart, get in where the problem is, and then it's a massive pile of wires in there with nothing marked. So
Bugs.
you're guessing where the wires go. So I know it isn't in the wiring going to the place where it splits off. I know it's somewhere after it's split off. It could be a USB port because it converts 12 volts down to 9 volts. It could short out cause a short. And the TV works, so it's not, then the TV's 110 anyway. The TV lift doesn't work as 12 volts, so it could be there. The stereo doesn't work, so it could be in the wiring to the stereo. So
I bet it's that because we've had trouble with the stereo for a while.
yeah, it was buzzing and making noise, so I'm assuming that there was some problem in the electricity going to it. So I'm going to cut that wire first and put the fuse back in and see if it works. We'll see. Go from there. If it doesn't, then I think I'm going to just end up rewiring everything.
And hopefully he's gonna take me camping next month for my birthday. Guys, tell him, coax him, convince him. Tell him he's got to get that camper ready and take me camping.
The camper's not. It isn't stopping us from taking it because wherever we go, it's probably going to be rough camping, and it ain't going to matter if the TV works or not because there's no way to run it other than with the generator, and I'm not going to run the generator just to watch.
He just has no motivation to go camping, period.
It's a lot of work. We're still looking.
I'm a lot of work too, but
we're looking for a motor home still. But no, rode the bikes to here, get some exercise. Now we're both diabetic, so we both need to exercise.
Yeah, I went from being a bad diabetic to no diabetes after I had my gastric bypass 7.5 years ago. And now I'm a severe diabetic again, they're saying. So they've got me on metformin and just started me 2 weeks ago on Ozempic. So get a lot of stomach aches with it. But I did lose 3 pounds in 2 weeks, so yippee skippy, and my blood sugars are doing a lot better. So keep you posted on that, how it goes.
So Electric announced for the 3.0 owners, if you didn't know, if you have a 3.0, they are going to upgrade your brakes for free from mechanical to hydraulic. It doesn't apply to the 2.0 or the 1.0, and part of the reason is the 3.0 has 180 millimeter rotors, and the rest of the bikes have 160 millimeter. I already have on both of our bikes 180 millimeter rotors, so I sent Electric an email and asked them if they would be willing to send me a set so I could show people how to upgrade their bikes from the 1.0 and the 2.0 from To hydraulic, I didn't get an answer yet. Who knows if they will answer me? They're not real
What are
good about
these bugs?
answering emails lately. Yeah, we got a lot of mosquitoes out this year. We had a real mild winter.
It's not the mosquitoes so bad that are bugging me. They're big black bugs. Had one go down my shirt.
We had a real mild winter this year. We had a lot of snow, but as far as temperatures, they were real mild. And there's people up in the UP of Michigan saying they've seen bug swarms like they've never seen. 40, 50, some 60-year-olds are saying that they've never seen the bugs this bad. I mean,
They thought it was smoke from a huge fire, and it was a huge swarm of bugs. They did a video, one guy did, and it was just this huge cloud, and it kept going and going and going, and yeah, it was crazy.
we were up there last week, or was it 2 weeks?
No, it was last week.
Last week,
We
and
came home a week ago today.
we didn't see very many bugs. There was a lot of Black.
Water. Oh,
black flies on the roads, but they weren't bugging us. There was
tell them about all the water.
yeah,
Flooding. Ooh, lots of flooding.
lots of flooding. I mean, we got into, yeah, I told them last video that we got into water up to our dashboard, so that would mean it was at least 2 feet deep, maybe even closer to 3.
Probably, what, 80-90% of the trails that we use up there
Yeah.
had water over them?
Yeah, they were impassable for the most part. Some trails were good till you got to a certain point, and then you just couldn't go anymore. You had to turn around. The one day we rode 70 miles, but probably half of it was just turning around and trying to find a different way to get where we wanted to go.
Yeah.
And we only seen one other UTV the whole time we were up there on any trail, and it was at night. They were out Uperlite hunting like we were. We got to the beach before them, so we found most of the Uperlites before they even got to.
Oh, was that couple in a?
Yeah, that couple
Oh, I
was in
didn't
a
realize that.
UTV.
And then we saw one go past when we were at the lighthouse there, Crisp Point Lighthouse.
Yes.
One drove past us.
Yeah, so there was.
And they went a little ways past us, and then they turned around and came back, so they must have found a flood.
Yeah, so the part of we would normally just go up there in June with the UTV. My question is, if is it going to be some of the trails, of course, will be passable by June, but they had a couple of rainstorms while we were up there in August, and we ran into water holes that we didn't want to go through.
Yeah, August, September.
Yeah, but when we get bigger wheels and tires on the UTV, I'm thinking I'm gonna go up to a 30 or a 31, because any bigger than that, and then you have to start modifying the suspension system, and that'll add another 3 inches to the ride height. And some
But
of the
you have to go bigger in order to get it
street legal.
street.
Yeah, because I need a 235 75 15 to get into any kind of mud tire, because since you want something that has a lot of traction, because most of the trails that we ride are sandy, and I don't want it, even though I have a winch and probably can get unstuck fairly easily. I don't want to put something that's going to be questionable. So yeah, I got to buy wheels, and then we'll go to the local tire store and just put regular light truck tires on it, or whatever we can find, so we can finish making the UTV street legal.
And if anybody has time off next month, early in the month, and wants to make a little money and pull our UTV up there so we can take the camper up, let us know.
Yeah, we're looking for a storage place up there. I thought I found one that was about 25 miles from Paradise, But the whole problem with it is up there. That means I have to go to the truck. Take. That means I still have to haul the trailer up there every time to move the UTV from the storage unit to where we're camping, because there's no camping in Eckerman up there. There was no way to. The best solution would be to store the trailer up there somewhere, and we posted some on Facebook. Facebook Paradise's Facebook site, and no response. I would settle for just a spot where I could run the generator, because there's a state park fairly close. And before you say, why don't you just keep it there for a couple weeks, you can't have a UTV in the park.
Yeah, most of the camping parks up there, you can't have your UTV there.
If on the state website it doesn't say UTV friendly, then you can't use your UTV in the park at all. Even on the roads, you have to pull it out of the park and then go find a parking place for the trailer. And so we're trying to find a spot to park, one or the other, that's close to the trails, so that we can stop there. Karen could drive the truck to wherever we're going, and I can drive the UTV out of the storage unit. And if it's street legal, then it don't matter. We could park it anywhere and drive it to there. But yeah, then it becomes a matter of just finding a spot to park the UTV.
Or if you know of anybody that's got a cabin up there that we're looking for either a cabin or a piece of property to put the camper on.
Yeah, there's property for sale up there, but it would require it to be cleared, at least partially cleared, just to put the camper.
Most of the property is on trails that you can't even get to with the campers. So, and then it's huge acreage, and they want 100,000 plus for it. We just want a small piece of property that is on a road, not a trail.
Yeah,
I know, we're so picky.
There is a piece of property that hasn't been advertised up there that's got a slab and a power box. It would be perfect, but finding out who owns it, I guess we could go to the county and find out who owns it and see if they would be willing to rent or lease the property to us until they're ready to do something with it. Yeah, at least they'd make enough money to pay the property taxes.
Right.
Well, I'm going to call a video.
Yeah, we should get back on the bikes and
Still
head home before we get eaten by these bugs.
Still haven't had to do anything to either one of our trucks. There's worked perfectly. I have about twice the mileage that Karen has, but no issues. Only thing I'm thinking about upgrading right now is the seats. I don't particularly like the seats. And this is more or less a unisex seat on these bikes, and I think we're gonna get Karen a bike seat from Terry Cycles, which is a woman-owned company that makes woman-specific bike stuff. They make clothing, bike seats, various stuff specifically designed for women. Yeah, it's Terry Cycles, Terry with a Y. Look it up if you're looking for a seat for your wife or yourself. Men, of course, I've said this in other videos, need a long-nosed, skinny back. So it can have these seats have the prostate relief in them, I don't particularly have that problem. On my electric, I'm running a Specialized Body Geometry 180. And I probably am just going to get another one for this bike and get Karen a woman's seat for her bike, because the seats tend to, when you're sitting on them, the wing sits were so heavy are collapsing, and it makes it like you're sitting on a brick basically, because you lose the spring from the seat. Okay, well, I hear things buzzing us. We're gonna get ready to get on the trail. I hope you all have a great day. Get out and ride your bike. If you have any mechanical questions, any other questions about bike fit or anything that we covered in this video, put them in the comments. Have a great day.
God bless.